If you love history about local people, I have a great suggestion for you on a place you should probably visit. The Macon County Historical Society has recently moved into its new location. And if you haven't been yet, if you're like me, you'll be totally impressed when you walk inside the front door. Miss June Schramm recently gave me a tour of her new workplace. We're currently standing in the front of the building in the bookstore. If people haven't been here yet, what kinds of things can they expect to see in this part of the building?
Okay, in this part of the building, this is what we call our bookstore. And this consists of the items that we have for sale. And we'll start in with our census books. And we have census books from 1850 and 60s. They're only $25. And we have the 1870 and 80. And that's $25. And we have a 1910 census book, and it used to sell for $48.50, and now we have it for $10. Oh, wow. That is really a good buy. And then we have their Macon County, Tennessee History and Family book, and in here, right there, and so that's like $75. And then we have the Black and Chip book, we call it, and it's $10. And then we have this ornament of the old courthouse, the second courthouse that burnt 1932. We have that for $10. And also we have here, we call them newsletters or journals, whatever, and they normally are $3, but we're selling them now for $1, and so that's a real good buy. So we have some come in here and get one of every one of them.
And you also have old photographs in here too as well, don't you?
Oh yes, by the way, it's unreal, and we have some that we haven't even gotten out because we have so many. And so a lot of the doctors here we have, and we have more doctors out at the Welcome Center. But the reason I put these doctors here on the top shelves here, I've been to, they were my doctors. Oh, wow. Back in my day. And the next one down here is Dr. Freeman, and he was the one who delivered me. Oh, wow. So, but anyway, that was my favorite of that.
And of course, you've got the second courthouse picture too as well, right?
Oh yeah, right. So you can see all of these pictures, and we've got them on the, people can come in and look, and we have them on there, on the pictures, what they really are. And these 99% of everything in here has been donated, except, of course, our books we have to buy. And also, down below there is a picture of the old bank in Red Bonnet Springs, and we're selling those for $20. Then we might go over here into our display case here, and we've got a lot of old pictures and a lot of Bibles, and by the way, we got some beautiful Bibles. It's not even out, so we just mainly put the pictures and a few little extra items in there in the Bibles. And down here on the fourth shelf down there, we have some interesting things that we have a guy that donated them temporarily, you might say. And I think it's very interesting. It's about that jar down there is because it was the first canning jars. So that's kind of interesting. People like to see that.
And it's not glass.
So, right.
So now we're in the military room, and tell me, what can we see when we come in this room?
Okay, we have some uniforms that the families have donated to the Historical Society, and like, for instance, Tammy Overton's coat and Clay Collins, and then we have pictures, and we have a lot of pictures too. We don't have out. We have albums of things that people have donated that you can look at, and then over there in the corner we have a mannequin of Wade Black and Chip, all of his stuff, and then behind you that is like Ralph Gent's that his wife donated to the Historical Society, and right behind you is like a Elvis Fuqua and his stuff that was in World War II. Those are World War II.
And when you walk in this room, how much do you realize how important our veterans are?
Oh, it makes me have chills right now to even think about it, because when we were doing the World War II book, it was really something when we were doing, and we heard all these stories, and I would read them, and I couldn't keep from having tears in my eyes. I was thinking, we haven't recognized these people like we should. And I was thinking, I just can't believe it. Even if they just went to war, if they really wasn't right on the front lines, it was something back in those days. And even today, though, any war is something else. So it's really something you need to come in and look at a lot of the stuff that we have and stories behind these. That the men talk with Doyle Gaines, and really, this is a good thing about it. The families didn't even know the story because the father wouldn't talk with them. Families, it was too much for him. But he talked with Doyle. And so that's the reason we got so many stories.
Well, that's wonderful. Also, you have a little section dedicated to the Macon County Fairgrounds back in the late 1800s, right?
Right. Okay, we have this section, you might say, and Sally Wells donated this. And we also, back here in this little locker, we have lots and lots more stuff that just couldn't have room for it. First, they bought or purchased 4 acres, is round about where Macon Bank is. And that was where the first fair was, 1857 and 58. Okay. And then they bought some land, 11 acres, out on Ferguson Hill Road. And so then that didn't go off very good. So they sold all of that. Then that's when they went over on Fairlane and bought the 12 acres. And that's where that particular building is, there in where Fairlane is.
How long was the fair at that location?
Just for several years. Seemed like it just didn't. It be great for a little while, and then it's go down it go. Right. And but they've in the books here we have stories on all of that, and you find it like 19 and 20. They had fair at the courthouse. 1940 they took it to the high school.
So just different locations.
Right. They just moved it around, and so about 1970s. It's when it started where we're located now.
And it's been very successful through the years.
Ever since then, it's just been growing ever since.
This is basically the main room where we're standing in now in the new Historical Society building. And this room is filled with lots of information too. I mean, but not just from Tennessee, right?
Right. Okay, we start in up there at California, and we've got lots of the states and the counties within the state. And we got them done here alphabetically. And the reason for is because families back in older days, 17 and 1800s, they moved around. And by the way, see, because we didn't have no records from until 1842 is before they even started. And of course, a lot of them got burnt and everything. And but this is what I found when I started working here. Is like it's unreal how they move from place to place. Mm-hmm. So these different states. It's really good. Because of that, they can go back and forth and check all this out. Then we have here, in the center here, we have the original deed, and that was purchased from J.B. Johnson in 1842, and it's $500. $500 for the whole 20 acres. And then what they done, they decided on where they was going to do the courthouse, and then they sold them off in lots. So people had houses here around the square, and then of course business places and da-da-da-da-da. So we really appreciate that we have that.
That's a very historic document there, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely is. So as we go on down, those books, those red books there, those the Chronicle give us, and those are the papers from. Well, it's not everyone. It's Jimmy Durham, that when he started, and we lack a few more that hasn't been brought in yet. And but I think we started in 2001 is what we started in, of all the old papers, And then right behind me, we keep on going with the states. And then we have like cemetery records, lots of cemetery stuff, different cemeteries. And then, by the way, we have the cemetery maps. And that we sell for $2. And also in here we show the maps, and that way you can come in and look at the district where you're needing to find this particular area. And if it's like the Jones Cemetery or whatever, then we've got the map that directs you right to where it's at.
Tell me this, how much would you like to see younger people who live here in Macon County get more interested in history and the Historical Society here?
Oh, I think it's a need. It really is a need. And it'd be interesting if they would come in and just look around and kind of investigate just a little bit, and it makes them more inquisitive, really, when they do this. and then talk to mom and dad. For sure, this is really important if they talk to their family and find out everything they can. Because if they don't care right now, someday they will.
How glad are you that the Historical Society has a new location to showcase more of what you have to offer?
Oh, we're all so excited about it. I mean, we've not really settled down yet, because we can open up things that, well, honestly, I haven't even seen myself, and I've been here 7 years, and I hadn't even seen, and
Like Christmas every day.
yeah, right. And people are really calling. I mean, yesterday they was calling and coming in and bringing things in for us to show, and I had one just a few minutes ago called, and they're coming in this afternoon, and so it's just opened another door for us.
So it's a good thing.
Oh yeah, this is great, and the more stuff, and I think too, being here and as you walk in the door, you can look around and say, they got a few things here. Yeah. Okay, it makes it, and I think we've got it displayed pretty good, and so anyway, it's really good not only for our county, but other states and counties, really.
If you would like to visit the Macon County Historical Society at its new location, the address is 111 East Locust Street in Lafayette. Reporting in Macon County, Barry Hiett, NCTV.